Good morning, students. Today we are going to read another very important question in the subject of Islamiyat O levels. And the question is, what are different types of the hadiths? How is each hadith classified into different types? So this is one of the very important question, which normally very difficult to understand because syllabus books are unable to give answer of this question properly. So concentrate yourself. This is rare and important question. So concentrate yourself. If this question come in the paper, you will be required to write a detailed account of the classification of the hadith based on the degree of the reliability and acceptability. For each type, examples too should be cited. So we are going to start now. Concentrate yourself. By the 3rd Hijra century, the 6 major Muhaddithin hadith collectors had collected the genuine and reliable ahadith in their compilations. As a result of their hard work, Muslim scholars were able to segregate various types of the hadith on the basis of the degree of the authenticity and reliability of every single hadith. Primarily, there are 2 major categories of the hadith, Hadith Qudsi and Hadith Nabawi. Hadith Qudsi is defined as the saying of God uttered or expressed by the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Usually in this type of the hadith, God says or commands something. For instance, fast is for me and I will compensate for it. Okay, this is the direct saying of the God. So God's command is here. So this is called Hadith Qudsi. For this reason, it is also known as divine saying. Hadith Nabawi, on the other hand, is the saying or instruction or verdict of the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Hadiths are divided into various categories mainly on the basis of the degree of the genuineness. Accordingly, a Sahih Hadith is that which fulfills all requirements of the Matan and Sanad. Matan is called text and Sanad or Isnad is called chain of the transmitters of the Hadith. In a Sahih Hadith, Matan confirms to the Quran, other ahadith of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and status and grace of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. For example, modesty produces nothing but good and purity is part of the faith. Similarly, there is not even a slight defect in the isnad. Every narrator meets the requisites or criteria of being a narrator. These include unquestionable conduct, excellent memory, and established repute as a scholar. Next is the term of the reliability in the Hasan Hadith. It is as sound as a Sahih Hadith except for a minor defect in the memory of one of the reporters. So look, there is a minor defect in the memory of the reporter, so that's why this is called Hasan Hadith. This minor defect keeps it from being a Sahih Hadith. Otherwise, a Hasan Hadith is as good as a Sahih Hadith. For example, Imam Malik, Abu Dawud and Al-Tirmizi reported through this isnad. Amr bin Shu'aib reported from his father, who reported from his father, Amar's grandfather, who reported from the messenger of the God, who said, a single rider is a devil, 2 riders are 2 devils, but 3 makes a traveling party. Al-Tirmizi declares it a Hasan Hadith because of its isnad. A deaf, weak, Hadith is the one that fails to reach the status of the Hasan. So this is the third category of the Hadith. Usually, there is a serious defect in the memory or conduct of one or more of its reporters. For example, one of the reporters might be a liar or might not have met his senior reporters from whom he claimed to have reported the Hadith. Similarly, such a reporter might have made many mistakes or opposed the reliable narrators or have been involved in religious innovations. Some of such reporters include Abdullah bin Lahiya, a famous judge from Egypt, Abd Rahman bin Zaid bin Aslam, and Abu Bakr bin Abi Maryam al-Himsi. These are neither exceptionally good reporter nor totally abandoned by major traditionists. A daif hadith with a weakness in isnad is called the daif al-isnad, weak in isnad hadith. Similarly, a daif al-matan, weak in matan hadith, has some chains that are declared as weak. For example, Ibrahim bin Amr bin Bakr reported from his father, who reported from Abd Aziz bin Abi Rawad, who reported from Nafi, who reported from Ibn Umar. In this chain, both Ibrahim and his father are not acceptable, as both are accused of fabricating hadith. Another example is narrated Abdullah from his father, who reported from Yazid bin Harun, from Hujjaj, from Amr bin Shuaib, from his father, and he from his father, that the Prophet ﷺ made Abul as pay a new dower, meher, and performed a new nikah for him with his Prophet ﷺ's daughter Zainab. This is a daif hadith because Hujjaj was not a student of Amr bin Shuaib. Also, the Prophet ﷺ had validated the previous nikah according to a sahih hadith. Thus, it is a daif both in matan and isnad, and so unacceptable. It should, however, be remembered that there are many daif hadiths that remains acceptable because they acquire sahih status through a reliable isnad. Finally, there are mawzu or fabricated hadiths. Their matan texts are unacceptable as they clash with the Quran and Sunnah. Many ahadiths related to the end of the time and arrival of the Antichrist, Dajjal, belong to this category. So this was the lecture, students, the classification of the ahadith. One of the important question, because your textbook does not provide proper answer to this question. So read this question again very carefully. Important question this is. This question may come in the paper. Learn it, make your notes. Thank you so much.